Hey everybody, happy Friday, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend planned out ahead of you. I felt compelled to quickly share with you a message of inspiration, insight, and wisdom from my dear friend Judith Dellosso, who has now passed away. She's been passed away for more than a year now, but I wanted to take the time to share with you legendary insights that she shared with me that have changed my life, and I'm hoping that they change your life as well. I do apologize if the camera is shaky. I'm holding it with my hand while I am on a walk. I will do my best to keep it steady. Just wanted to give you the heads up on that. Tip 1 from Judith Dellosso is to encourage other people. Encourage other people. I first met her at a Toastmasters club in Parkville, Maryland, back when I was living in Baltimore, Maryland. I was working a great job for a Fortune 500 company, and I was also going to graduate school at Johns Hopkins Graduate School of Business, also called Carey Business School. And this Parkville Toastmasters Club meeting, designed to enhance your public speaking and leadership skills, met twice a month. I was so nervous for my first meeting. I didn't know if I'd be able to make any new friends or get up and speak. And Judith Ann picked me out. She befriended me. She encouraged me. And within a couple meetings, I'd say about a month after I joined the club, I was up doing a speech, all because of her encouragement. So I would really like to encourage you, ironically here I am encouraging you through her, to encourage other people. Make it a point to encourage people to live their dreams. Be the person that people look at as someone who inspires them, who lights them up on fire, who gives them motivation and added energy to go after their dreams. Don't be one of the naysayers. Don't be a critic. Encourage people. By all means, yes, you can give people helpful and friendly advice if they need constructive feedback. I know I certainly have gotten a lot of constructive feedback in my day and it's helped me. That's fine. But what I'm talking about here is big picture thinking. Get people moving in the direction of their own life. Get them away from living other people's lives. Get people away from pleasing other people. And make sure that people are being true to themselves. If you can encourage people to do that, like my friend Judith Ann did for me, it will completely change the people who you associate with in a very positive way. And as I go through these 3 life lessons, they're also ways of being, because they're habits. There's something to be done continually. It's not a one-off thing. It's something to continually do on a daily basis, to not only learn the lesson, but apply it in your life and do so continuously, and then reflect as you go along to make sure that you're making course adjustments and you can continue improving. Judith Ann is a really special lady, and these 3 insights have completely changed my life. Hopefully they'll help you as well. The second tip that I want to leave with you, coming from Judith Ann, is to be vulnerable and authentic. To be vulnerable and authentic. Judith Ann befriended me, like I said, and we would normally go out after the Toastmasters meeting to friendlies, where we would talk and we would get to know one another, have a nice meal, and cap off the evening. And a lot of the times, most of the time, it would be not the whole club, but many people in the club coming out to eat with us. But there was one meeting where there weren't a lot of people there, and it was only me and Judith Ann out to eat at Friendly's. And she revealed to me her heart, her soul. She told me that she got divorced from her husband because her husband was cheating on her. And of course, I would never say her husband's name or tell you the full details, but you can imagine it's never pleasant to find out your significant other who you've been married to for many years is cheating on you. That's horrible. It's very sad and very difficult. Judith Ann was raised with very strict values about the fact that you can never ever get divorced. So when she did have to get divorced from this man who was cheating on her, not only was she miserable, she got depressed, she got down, she even at one point thought she couldn't go on, if you know what I'm hinting at. I mean, literally thought that the solution to her problem was to down a bottle of pills. And I know that sounds very harsh and very horrible, and she's a wonderful lady. She didn't need to think that, but she was so depressed because she was always raised with the values that you could never divorce somebody, and then if you did divorce someone, you're a failure. So she got really depressed. Right before she was about to down the pills, a voice went off inside her, and she decided to go back to her bed and sleep for the night, and she made it through, and she went on to inspire youth around the state of Maryland and around other venues and places as well. She's living on through you and me. So she's encouraging you and me, both of us, to be vulnerable, to be authentic, to reveal our true selves to the world like the way she revealed her true self to me. I had a very difficult circumstance in high school where I was a big-time college recruit athlete. I played on awesome summer teams, and out of the clear blue sky, I got cut from the baseball team my senior year of high school. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. I can laugh at it now at the age of 27. But 10 years ago at age 17, I was beyond devastated. I was beyond destroyed. It was the dark night of my soul. I didn't know if I could go on. Now, I'm not going to waste your time with all of the details of my year, because I realized after having traveled the world how truly tragic certain circumstances are in the world. But trust me when I say that everything went wrong in a row my senior year of high school. I had not only like a couple things go wrong, but it was like 7 or 8 things consecutively. And then at the end of my senior year, when I thought I was going to be a starter on the high school varsity baseball team, I got cut from the team. So I didn't know if I could go on that night. I was beyond devastated. I was destroyed. I didn't really know if I could go on to the next day. And there was one point in that night where I honestly didn't believe I would make it. I didn't think I could continue living. I know that's harsh and I know it's extreme, but it's the truth of my mindset at that time, where I didn't have perspective, I didn't really have a lot of friends, and I didn't have a lot of outside help. I had great parents, but I pushed them away because I was so upset. So I'm sharing this with you because I've gone on to share this with tens of thousands of people worldwide, and it's helped people get through the dark night of their soul, through devastating, difficult circumstances and situations. Judith Ann Dellosso encourages us to be vulnerable and to be authentic. She's living on through us, and that's really the key. The third and final tip that I want to leave with you as I'm about to lose my breath as I'm walking up this hill, coming directly from Judith Ann Dellosso, is that to have a friend, you have to be a friend. I had it backwards. For the longest time, I had it backwards. I thought that friends would just come to me. I thought that I didn't have to reach out. That's not the case. Be the person who texts your friend. Be the person who calls your friend. Be the person who reaches out via email. Don't wait, initiate. Don't wait, initiate. Judith Ann Dellosso didn't wait for me to approach her. She initiated our friendship by coming up to me. She invited me out to friendlies, and she taught me this way of being, this practice, this daily mindset, that to have a friend, you have to first be a friend. To show how powerful her strategies are, I'm having a text conversation today with an old friend of mine that I haven't talked to in many years. I reached out to him. I didn't know if he would have time to respond or not. He's a great guy, but we haven't spoken in a while. And of course, he went on to respond to me. So this powerful lesson from Judith Ann Dellosso is reminding both of us that to have a friend, you must first be a friend. Those 3 tips have changed my life. I'm hoping they change your life as well. To encourage other people to be vulnerable and authentic, and that in order to have a friend, you must first be a friend. Learn from my mistake where I used to mix that up, and I would wait for people to reach out to me, and it would never happen. Initiate. Be the cause. Take charge of your life. Initiate your own response. Be responsible. Live your purpose, and you will help other people, and you will change the course of this planet. Really appreciate you hearing these lessons from my dear friend Judith Ann Dellosso. She's changed both of our lives now, and she's incredible. Her memory lives on forever. May her body and soul, her mind and heart, and all of her great wisdom rest in peace. And let's live on her legacy by being true to ourselves, by encouraging other people, by being vulnerable and authentic and putting our true selves out to the world, and by being a friend, being the person who reaches out, and then letting friendship come to us as an effect of our cause, as an effect of the fact that we made the effort to initiate that connection. Really appreciate your time. Please like this video. If you liked what I had to say, feel free to comment. Is there any one of these tips that you especially liked or enjoyed? And also, I'd love for you to share this around. Share it on Twitter and Pinterest, Google+, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Email this to friends and family. I want Judith Ann's legacy to live on forever. And the way to do that is to share this video. Have a wonderful day. As always, I appreciate your time and more great insights to come. Take care.